Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Born and dead, saved by love, count my blessings from above. Though in darkness, have no fear. Light will shine on those holding near. They know that sorrow they will pass. For I know in this life there will be something. But remember that love, yes it will. Love will reign. Yeah. Love will reign. Yeah. In my heart, I believe it. Love will reign. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Have a vision, it's clear and plain. People living life, smiling again. Oh, see the children, they know no pain. Far from pressure, stress and strain. Oh, sorrow, they will pass. For I know in this life there's gonna be some pain. But remember that love, yes it will. I know. Yeah. Love will reign. Gotta believe it. In my heart, I truly believe. Sun will shine again, and love, I can hardly wait. We'll all be together. There'll be peace, peace, sweet peace.
Love Will Reign. Thank you, Kiera Coleman Ward, for that fantastic song. We have loved to have it as our theme song for so many parts of this year. And thank you, those of you that are tuning in. I'm Marcus Holmes, the love activist. I'm advocating for a better love for you and I to increase the amount of love in the world. So take a moment and click share, tag 5 of your closest Facebook friends, YouTube subscribers, Twitch TV followers, or connections on Twitter as well. 5 of the more popular ones to join us in tonight's Loving a Look Back as we take a look back over the year of some of the clips of much content that we could share. I wanted to share some as you are moving forward. You know, you made it thus far. It's December 27th, and you've made it to the end, close of the year almost. And I'm sure you're reflecting back on how the year has brought you to where you are today. Many have had to say goodbye to loved ones in this year, and goodbye to jobs, and goodbye to relationships, and maybe hello to a brand new set of things in your life. So thank you for joining us. If you're like Mary Robinson here on Facebook, or if you are joining us on YouTube events or Twitch TV, thank you for joining in. I hope that you will drop in the comments. And I hope that you will just say hello from wherever you are around the globe. And I hope that you will click share, tag 5 of your closest friends, 5 of the more popular ones to join in the look back. So you look back over your life, reflect over these last 12 months, and see what in your life has been something that you can build upon as you go into 2023. Well, the Love and Stuff community is doing the same. And just a few of the clips we're going to look at because I believe they will help you think about your love game. That's what we're all about in this community, increasing the amount of love in the world, one person at a time, from my world to your world to the world at large. How can we increase the amount of love? And I don't know about you. I need more love in my life, and I hope that you want to increase the amount of love in yours. So I hope that you will click share and tag someone to join us, whether you're watching us live from the Love and Stuff page from which we culminate or emanate rather, the Marcus R. Holmes page here on Facebook, on Twitch TV, on YouTube events, or if you're watching us on Twitter, just click share and tag someone to join us. Thank you, Levy Wright, joining us from the Love and Stuff community. I appreciate it, and I hope that you will click share right now. We're going to go into a few quick clips, and a couple of opportunities for you to shop live with us if you want to get some of the Love and Stuff gear. But we've been so tremendously blessed in this year to debut not only new love shows on our Love Network, but to be able to share some of the wonderful information relative to your love. How can we turn love inwardly? We often think of love, and we should. He is the quintessential love, God is. And he has willed us into existence by his love, hoping that we will love him back and then love ourselves. And that's how we determine how we love our neighbors. And so I wanted to share just a quick clip from one of our fantastic groups, and we'll throughout the next couple of weeks share, but one of our fantastic groups, the Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. I'm shouting you out now. Felix and Kamau Williams and Felix Holmes. You know Kamau Williams from being an associate producer from the Love and Stuff community, but he has had over these last several years his breakout show, Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix, which comes on every other Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to share with you a clip from their show and invite you to get some of their gear. They are an amazing duo, full of laughter. And I just thought of the many clips that I could pull. I just grabbed one, and you can certainly shop with them right away by clicking on the QR code that you see there. Put it to the side there, and then you can get their Sports Talk hoodie or the Sports Talk sweatshirt. They're both available by holding your phone up to that QR code or clicking on that QR code, and it will take you straight to shopping. So here's a link from them. I'm so excited about what they're doing, and they've got some great plans to help young people who are in sports, to help young women who are in sports. And I'm just excited for everything that they are seeking to do, and very pleased and proud that they're part of the Love and Stuff community family. So as we look back, here's just a short clip from them, and then we will be right back after that short clip from them.
If Janet Jackson can do it, you can do it.
Only thing I encourage you to do is that Janet Jackson did. She went and got her a billionaire and got that money. That's the only thing I would encourage women to do. Go find
so
your.
that was after. So that was after Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, that was well. Jermaine wasn't quite a billionaire. You know, he got a little money. Quite a billionaire.
He was a near.
He was
a
somewhere
millionaire or
between a
billionaire.
thousandaire and a millionaire. He was somewhere between thousandaire and a million. You know, he still get his residual check from Escape.
Right.
He still gets residual. All right, moving forward, we're gonna get into the NBA. They have a full slate of games today. There's 5 games, and before we get to that, we're gonna talk about the Eastern Conference. Right now, we have the Nets, Bulls, Bucks, Heat, Cavaliers, and Wizards. The Wizards and Cavaliers traded spots from 2 weeks ago, where the Wizards were in 5th and the Cavaliers were in 6th. In the West, we have the Suns changing from the Warriors, the Jazz, the Grizzlies, Clippers, and the Lakers. In the East, the Nets are starting to live up to their billing a little bit. They're weathering the storm. They had some COVID issues, and they brought some guys up from their G League affiliate, and they continue to win. The Bulls have been steady all season. Probably, I would consider probably the most steady team in the East right now. The Buccaneers, can't call them that. That's not right. The Bucks, the Heat, Cavaliers, and Wizards. The Heat are playing well. What's the kid? The kid with the jump shot. Hero. What's his name?
Oh.
He's playing outstanding right now. The youngest kid ever playing in the finals before he took Magic spot. Tyler Hero. What's his name?
Oh, Tyler Hero. Yeah.
That kid is playing. He's playing outstanding right now. I was watching some of that game the other night. He hit some jump shots. He hit some jump shots I hadn't seen people hit. A 3-pointer, bank shot from the corner, falling away to keep the game, keep them in the game.
I'm so proud of them. They are doing an excellent job. I hope you give likes and loves to Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. They're across all platforms. Their group is growing. It's above 400 people in that group, and you can go to groups under the Love and Stuff community page. Ladies, if you want to learn about sports and you want to be right there with your guy right during sports time and learn what you can do in the halftime, you need to join Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. Shouts out to them. We want to encourage you to support them. And we believe here in the Love and Stuff community that you ought to live the brand that you wear. What you wear says something about you, about who you are, what you believe, and what you stand for. So here in the Love and Stuff community, we wear the brand that we live, and we live the brand that we wear because we love the brand. It's all about increasing the amount of love in the world and upping our love game. And if that's what you're about, you should wear it too. If that's what you're about, you should wear it too. And we want to give you the opportunity to wear brands that you love. If you're about gratefulness and want to join us on the gratefulness journey every day, you should wear the brand you love by supporting brands. There's the t-shirt dress, and we also show the sweatshirt as well as the hoodie for the Love and Stuff signature brand for gratefulness journey every day. Your love is front and center. All of these are available right now. We want you to love the brand that you wear, and we want you to live the brand that you wear. We're trying to live love, not just talk about it, but live it. And we want you to do the same and live the brands that you wear. I'm excited here in the Love and Stuff community today because we're taking a look back at some of the love that was shown through some of the content that we shared. And if you're just joining us, I hope that you will click share and tag someone to join us, whether you're on Facebook Live, Twitch TV, Twitter, YouTube events. Click share and tag your connections, subscribers, and followers to join us, and your friends to join us in this look back. Hopefully, as you are reflecting in these last few days of 2022, you're looking to seek out a better love. And we want to share another clip from a show that we think really helps some people with a lot of viewing, help some people think about love in their life. Are you thinking about the love in your life and how you might increase it? Well, if you're looking for love, this clip might help you think about how you might strategize and look for love a little differently. It's from the Love and Stuff community, and we are so excited that you're joining us. Click share now. These questions you can put on your phone as a file. Now tell me if you have a smartphone and you got a PDF that you can put on there, or you have a smartphone and you have a notes function. Give me a like or love. Drop a like or love in the comments. If you have a notes function on your phone, then this is for you. You can download this and you can whip it out and ask questions. You know me, I'm the love activist. I am not Cupid. I am not a licensed psychologist. I just know what I know. And I know that so far in my short 51 years, I have been 15 for 15 when I've been intentionally connecting people. But I'm not in the business of intentionally connecting people. I just love to connect people to things and people that they're passionate about. That's one of my favorite things to do, is to connect somebody. I meet someone and they say, I need this. And I know someone else who has that. I like to connect people. That gets my endorphins, my adrenaline going. I just love to do that. And so in this Love and Stuff community, I realize that people are looking, some are looking for love, and some are looking for friendship. Some are looking for companionship. Some people just want someone that they can talk to. As a matter of fact, I was talking to a brother here in Michigan who says it's just so hard to build friendships with people that are real, that you can just talk to, just fall asleep on the phone with. Some people still believe in that. I don't know if that's you. Give me a like or love. Just someone that you can connect to. And I have a new coaching out that talks about networking, and you should go out and get that coaching if you want to, if you're looking for a job or you want to go to the next level in your life. It's a great coaching. I just had to segue that because it talks about conversations, connections, and convictions. But a lot of people feel antsy about making connections, new connections with people, right? They feel like they don't want to put themselves out there, right? But they want to meet new people. So you kind of have to make a decision about what you're going to do. And these are questions that you might use. I have often said, long time said, and Ingrid Poole, I hope she comes in here, excuse me, Ingrid Poole Curtis. She's married since she's been in Love and Stuff. I did not introduce her to her husband, so I can't say I'm 16 for 16. But I did give her some tips that she did put into play, and she did meet and marry her husband after that. And so I'm going to have them on. They've agreed to come on and talk. I'm going to have them on, in the Clevelands and the Williams, to come back and talk about their relationships. But she put some of the tips that I gave her into play, and they work for her. So no, I'm not going to take all of the credit, because Ingrid's a beautiful person, smart, gifted, talented. So I'm sure she wooed him with that and cooking and who knows what else. I'm not going to get into their business of how she wooed that man. I did not give her tips on how to do that. But I've been giving one tip among many, and it is to be open to the regular places that you're in every day, to where love is. And if you've listened to me for any period of time, you know I tell you, go, where do I say go to? Sonia Clark has joined us. Tamuk Scruggs, Love and Stuff Staples joined us. Happy New Year. Monique Lamar Sylvia, thank you so much for joining. I hope you all will click share and tag some folks to join us. I am always telling people this, and people just discount it, but that's okay. You keep discounting. I tell people, where do you go every day? Where are the places that you go regularly? Because there are people there that you're supposed to meet. You're supposed to be awakened to the portals and pathways of love. I believe that. And not every love is the love connection. Some love is the love connector to a love connection. So you can build a friendship with somebody, and it can be a connector to their brother or sister or uncle or aunt. So that's why I tell people, be open. Happy New Year, Sonia Clark. Thank you so much. I hope you will click share. Be open. And I often tell people, when you go in the store, the corner store, and you have no attraction to the guy at the counter or the woman at the counter, just not your thing. And you don't even make eye contact. You do transaction and you move. Instead of being open to engage them and let them see you, because they might have a brother or sister, cousin, uncle, niece, who they say, hey, this person comes in all the time, I think you should meet. But if you're not open to it, if you're closed to it, you're not giving yourself the opportunity to get connected. Okay. So the first thing you have to do is be open. If you want to be connected, you have to be open. Okay. I should have these points on the screen, but I'm sorry. Be open. Okay. That's the first thing. Second thing I tell people is in the places that you regularly go every day or every week, there are people that you are supposed to meet. Okay. And there are connections that you're supposed to make. One, for instance, that I tell people all the time that I think everybody goes to is the grocery store. And if you don't go to a grocery store, I'm thinking you're not eating fruits and vegetables. And I'm going to have Tamuk and other folks to come talk to you about healthy living when we get into our self-care. We got a special treat that Tamuk has planned for you to help people who are trying to get physically fit. So you want to join inside of Love and Stuff to get that content, because we're going on a self-care journey starting this month. And this month starts with sleep. But we'll talk about that. The grocery store, I think we all go. The market. Drop in the comments which market and grocery store you go to, wherever you are, across the country or around the world. If you're on YouTube, drop it there too. Twitch TV. I go to Whole Foods. Some people call me Bougetto, bourgeoisie, bougie. God bless you. I used to go to a place called Super Fair, but it's closed. I go to Mike's Fresh, which is some place in the neighborhood, a little pricey for me. Somebody says Kroger's. Somebody says Publix and Walmart. I've never gone to Publix, but I heard that I don't think they're even in our area, Dia, Shelton, and welcome. I've never gone to it, but I've heard good things about it. I go to Kroger sometime. I got a Kroger's card and it's connected to the Shell gas, so that works out good. Carmen Evans, happy birthday, Carmen Evans. Happy birthday, one of our Love and Stuff day ones. We're so happy for you. Happy birthday. Your picture looks so beautiful. We're going to be talking about her in 1 second. Walmart. You know, Monique, I've never gone Walmart for grocery shopping, but I should try it. My store of choice, besides Whole Foods, when I'm being hoity-toity, right? When I'm being organic, is Myers. There's a Myers that is close to my home, and that's where I go for most of my food. And their prices are pretty comparable to Kroger from my estimation of the things I buy. And what I tell people all of the time, and you know, if you've been watching Love and Stuff over these 4 years, you know I'm telling you this because I've been saying it. Go to the supermarket. Fresh Time. Thank you for that, Tyrone Pickens. Go to the supermarket. Fellas, go after you get your hair cut. Ladies, go after you get your hair done or tied down. Okay? Wear your stretch pants, ladies. The ones that, not the ones that show everything, but the ones that are in order. Or if it's in the summer, you can wear a sundress. We'll talk about that another time. Fellas, wear your nice regular sweatpants season. I'm telling you what I'm telling you. Go down the aisle. Go up the next aisle. Go up and down every aisle, even if you don't have anything that you want to buy in that aisle. Even if it's your temptation aisle. Anybody got a temptation aisle in the store where you know you're not supposed to be eating no processed foods and you go down there anyway? Go down that aisle. And sisters, when you see a brother that is attractive to you, brothers, when you see a sister that is attractive to you, or when you see somebody that's attractive to you, it's going to be all inclusive. Go to where they are and pick up an item and ask his or her opinion on the item. You know, my favorite thing is to say, when you're on the produce aisle and you pick up a melon and you say, does this melon seem ripe to you? You ask that question and you start that question. One of the things I believe in networking is when you enter a space, be it a store, a networking event, a conference, don't stand at the door waiting to meet people. That brings you more anxiety about who is inside. Go in through the space as if you belong, because it will build your self-confidence. Don't wait at the door. Go and explore. Okay? So in the store, go up and down the aisles. And that guy, that woman, start a conversation that is something natural. And when you're in the grocery store, use food. Use that as a conversation. It starts a conversation and breaks the ice every time. Now, I don't want you to get something suggestive as you hear Tamuk is saying, and all the yams are there. I don't want you to pick up a yam, fellas, and say, ladies, I don't want you to use yams. I don't want you to use anything that's suggestive, right? But I do want you to be your witty, regular self. You know how people say fake it till you make it? Not in this instance. I don't even know if that's good in any instance, but in this instance, you don't want to fake it. You want to be it, whomever you are. And you build your confidence by going and exploring as if you belong. As if you belong. So I love it. And my Joy Pascal is here. You should follow her also. She has a wonderful ministry. Carmen says something that's great. You just forayed into what I wanted to say. I'm not good with the stuff Carmen says, but I need for him to be direct. I'm not good with catching clues. They always go over my head. No, they don't. I believe that your limbic resonance, your system, your cells feels stuff before you act upon it. You have just programmed yourself to ignore it. And maybe it might be, I'm thinking of you and Tyrone, it might be the, law enforcement security aspect of you. When you go into an area, be open means that you look for the most positive thing in people and you don't search out the negative. See, when you go in and you're looking only for positive, the negative becomes glaring to you. If you only go for negative, you're going to find it, and often without context, because you'll be judging, right? But when you're meeting new people, you have to be open and being positive. Okay? You have to be open and being positive. So here's what I want to tell you folks that are like Carmen. Beautiful person, right? Has a birthday today, doesn't look her age, all those great things, smart, educated, all of that, right? Find out what kind of person you are. What I mean by this, a part of your personality is either predominantly extroverted, introverted, ambiverted, or omniverted. Tonight, I'm really highlighting those that are introverted. And the way I describe an introvert is a person who is refueled and recharged most and most comfortable by themselves. They're most comfortable when others reach out to them instead of them doing the reaching out. They're most comfortable with small conversations, having a lot of autonomy. That's where they feel most comfortable and are recharged and refueled most when their time is away from people. That does not mean that they don't want to be connected to people, but they're most recharged and fueled by being away, being alone. That's one extreme, introverted. On the opposite end is extroverted. Those are the people who are refueled and recharged and most comfortable being connected to people for periods of time. They like to be in teams, in crowds, interpersonal, social butterflies, social interaction. Okay? In the middle is ambivert, when you are both. You both like to be with people, but you also get recharged from being away from people. And then omnivert is when you are situationally charged and recharged based on interactions or lack thereof with people. So I'm going to describe it in that way. And in one regard, an introvert is uniquely positioned to crush the game, I will say, when it comes to social interactions. And here's one of the reasons why. An introverted person normally is a person who is very observant and who watches. And one of the biggest, most powerful things in personal and professional excellence is your ability to be socially aware of the behaviors of the people around you, aware of their emotions, how they show up, and to be able to navigate those emotions while keeping your own emotions intact. So an extroverted person who spends more time listening than talking can watch for social cues, which I think are very important when we talk about these 35 questions that take you from being kind of a stranger to friendship or platonic to getting to know somebody. And these are questions you can start up even in the grocery store. Now, you probably can't get these out at the light, You have to invite them for coffee, right? Socially distanced coffee. And I want to say to all of the people that are contending with and have contended with this COVID-19 and the most recent variant or any of them, we are certainly praying for your healing. I'm introverted unless I know you very well. Yeah, I would tend to agree. Come on and help me, Dia says. The biggest introvert, and I observe everyone. Yes. So here's what you got to do in that observation. You have to observe, Dia. When you're observing, you have to synthesize the information to decide, am I willing to step forward to take the risk of learning to be open and positive about the interaction? Because what people will migrate to, Dia, is they will see that you are open to that interaction and they will open. So even if you're introverted, you can start to ask some of these questions while you're synthesizing the information so that you feel comfortable as you navigate forward. Okay. And I'm going to make sure before the night is over to drop a link so that you can get these 35 questions. But we're going to talk a little bit more about them this weekend in our first Inside 11 Stuff this weekend as we start to get to know each other better in the 11 Stuff community. We've got almost 4,000 people, but I created an Inside 11 Stuff group for the people who say, hey, I want to get to know Valencia. I want to get to know Tabitha. I want to get to know Carmen. I want to get to know Jeremy. And so I wanted to create an Inside 11 Stuff. So if you haven't joined, you have to go to the 11 Stuff community page under groups and then click on Inside 11 Stuff. It's going to ask you to answer a few questions to make sure you're willing to abide by our group rules, and then you'll be a part of it. But if you want to have these 35 questions, I will certainly be sharing them through a link so that you can have them. All right. Thank you, Princeton. He's one of the best assistants in the world. I'm going to have some help. Okay. So one of the things that I want you to do when you are going to the grocery store or wherever you're going is I want you to set an intention. What I mean by that, I think you probably heard that before. I want you to go in to say, I'm going to the grocery store for my regular shopping and I'm going to save money, right? I'm going to get an avocado and catch them on sale. But I'm going to set an intention that I'm going to meet at least one person in the grocery store. Now, if you're open, you might say, I'm going to meet one person without regard to there being some kind of chemistry or sexual or attraction, right? I'm going to meet one person. I'm going to practice as an introvert going into the grocery store. I'm setting an intention. My intention is to meet one person. If it's the cashier, if it's the stock guy, if it's somebody that's roaming the aisles, I'm going to meet one person. Yes, I will certainly drop I'll drop the link, but if you can, the quickest way to make sure you get it is to join Inside 11 Stuff. I should have said it that way, Jeremy, but I will make sure that you have a link in the comments before the night is up. I promise. Okay. Set an intention. Okay. Set an intention. Ladies, words are powerful. Okay. So when you are talking to a guy, I want you to think of words that are positive, uplifting, and complimentary. I don't want you to talk about the prices in the store so high. I want you to find a way, if you're really savvy, you got that piece of fruit and you say, this smells so good, or is that your cologne? Now, some people aren't going to be able to be that forward, but it's a great pickup line. Same for that guy. Oh, this smells so sweet, or is that you? Find ways to be complimentary because words are powerful. And when you use words that are descriptive, they create mental imagery for the other person and they become complimentary. You want them to start to see you as positive because that's what you're saying. So no complaints in the initial meeting. These lines so long. No, sister, the lines are not so long. They ain't got enough registers open. Shoot, I was here last week. These were 2 for 99 cents. Now they 2 for $1.19. No, 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 no. Words are powerful and they set the course of conversations. Use powerfully descriptive words, especially if it's somebody that you're first meeting that you like, and use words that are complimentary. First, set the intention and then use powerful words. The next thing I want you to know, don't fake it until you make it. Don't say you're the CEO of the company and you're the janitor. Both are valued positions. Don't say you make 6 figures and you're trying to figure out how you pay in next week's bills. Don't fake it till you make it. Be the best of yourself. Okay? And as I said earlier, move away from the door, even if you're going into a fitness center. Don't get the first treadmill by the door so you can see who's coming in. No. Make it seem that you're comfortable being in a new space, because when you are comfortable, people are comfortable approaching you. If you are uncomfortable, you send off energy that you are uncomfortable and people are not comfortable approaching you. So if you're going in a fitness center for the first time, it might be like, oh my God, oh Lord, they got on Saints. Oh my goodness, I don't look that good. Go in like you have been a VIP member and go in the center of that bad boy and get the socially distanced, get the cardio, get the, you know what I'm saying? I can't, the word is not coming to me because I ain't been in the gym. Get the machine that's in the center and get on that machine and look around, but act as if you belong, because you do. Don't fake it till you make it. You are valuable. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are smart. You is kind, right? Remember this. Meet people, new people, in motion, not standing still, because you want to see them moving and behaving. It's easy to deflect and deceive when you are standing still, but watch people's mannerisms, watch how they move. Meet people who are moving, not standing still. So when you're going down that aisle, wait till he squeezes that bread and go past and say, I know you squeezed that bread. Was that a good squeeze? Now, ladies, you might not feel that comfortable saying that, but brothers, you might say that to a lady, or a lady, you might say that to a brother. Exercise bike. Thank you, treadmill. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you, treadmill. Help me out. One of my favorite sections from the year. And thank you for joining us. And I think Ingrid Poulos joined us. I tagged you, Ingrid, because I wanted to highlight from this earlier part of the year. I had shared with people earlier that I am not crediting Love and Stuff for having met your husband, but I am saying that some of the things that you shared with me as you were on that journey when you first met him, that you did employ some of the things that you learned in that discussion around the grocery store. And people don't believe that you have to be open. You have to open yourself up, whether you are introverted or ambiverted, extroverted or omniverted, you have to open yourself up. And the grocery store is a great place to practice that, where you're automatically in an environment that you're used to going into. So try it in the grocery store that you normally go to, because it's a familiar environment, and then go up and down every aisle. So I wanted to tag Ingrid in that, because now she's happily married, and we talked about pheromones, and you'll have to come back to talk more about pheromones, those of you that want to know. And we talked about being open. And when you become open, then you are looking for the best in every interaction and not just focusing on the worst. If you seek out the worst, you're going to find it. Be open and you will see positive things that you're looking for, and the negative things will stand out to you as well. I hope you will click, share, and tag someone. We're taking a loving look back at some of the stuff in the Love and Stuff community that we have seen this year. And thank you, those of you that have joined. Autumn Nicole has joined. Yes, thank you. Julian Smith, thank you so much. Thank you, Ella Marie Major. Thank you all. Corey Mildred King, choosing me unique. Thank you, cousins. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Be open. Thank you, Autumn, for taking notes in there. I would say go to the store that you're most familiar with. So I'm going to say grocery store. But if you go to Home Depot, ladies or guys, and you're looking for ladies there, or whomever you're looking for, go to the place that you are most familiar with, because it's easier to build your confidence. And if you're going to a new place, don't stay at the door. Go in and explore. I should have had that put in the comments. Don't stay at the door. Go in and explore. It's all in my getting the net worth out of your network. If you want that coaching series, and why not? I'll bring that up real quick. If you're trying to build your confidence, you're trying to build your pitch, you're trying to build your proposals, whatever your game you're trying to build, I have a You coaching series that has 5 modules. It's really geared for those that want a promotion or job seeking, but you can also utilize it, especially the first module, to build up your confidence by looking at your strengths. So it's a strengths review and helps you to build upon that. Helps with resume and research, helps with interviewing if you're nervous or you don't do well in interviews, and closing the deal, along with a module about how to network effectively, how to get the net worth out of your network. So that's available. You can scan that QR code and purchase it. And through December 31st, you can get a discount on this coaching series, which is an on-demand series, if you use the coupon promotional code WEBUWIN, WEBUWIN. Instead of webinar, it's WEBUWIN, because you win from sitting in on it. You can scan it here and make that purchase. You'll get 50% off of that if you decide to do that today through the 31st of December. Then it goes back to its regular price of $97. It's just another opportunity for those of you who want to get the net worth out of your network, or you want to go to the next level. And so that's what that relationship piece that I love, because I got so many inboxes and so many subsequent conversations to that about meeting people, because people are saying, I don't know, I'm not meeting anybody good. There's nobody out there. Do you realize that you're saying that, and everybody else out there that is good is saying that? The bad people out there aren't saying that. I hate to characterize people as bad, but the people who don't mean well are not out there saying, I can't find nobody. It's the people that are good. I find men, women, old, young, all types of orientations that are saying, I can't meet anybody. And I'm like, well, somebody else just told me the same thing. I say, go to the places that you're most familiar with. If you go to the laundromat every week, start there. If you go to the grocery store every week, start there. Go to the places that you're familiar with, because you're more likely than not to be your authentic, comfortable self. And you want people to meet you when you are being you. And so go into the grocery store, go up and down those aisles as you saw in the clip. And thank you, Ingrid and others, for joining. I just wanted her to be there to testify. She's happily married, thank God. And she is, I won't tell her age, but she's not a young adult in that sense. So love is not on the bound of age. It's not on the bound of where you live. It's not on the bound of what you've experienced. There's the opportunity, if you're seeking that kind of love, to try it, but you must be open. We're going to other clips that we've had, again, all year long. We can, of course, choose all of the clips, and there are others that we will continue to share as we go throughout the year. I think it's a great idea to just take a look back as you're reflecting on various things. And so another small clip that I wanted to share that I think it's important for you to do as well is look back. Have you been being authentic this year? I'm really trying to be the same person that I am on this camera, as I am in the living room, as I am at work, as I am when I worship. I want to bring more of my authentic self. If that's you, give me some likes or loves in the comments, because you should be the best of yourself wherever you are. And that is one of my personal goals. It continues to be a personal goal, because I know it brings personal and professional success when you master being the best you. So don't fake it. Don't fake it, because it does not serve you well. And that's what this next clip, small clip, is about. Don't fake it, because it does not serve you well. And I think one of those things is not to engage for the purpose of engaging in an activity that doesn't serve you, and thereby doesn't serve the relationship that you're in. So I want you to ask yourself, am I faking it? Now, I know immediately you're going to ladies, maybe, yeah, there were times I did. Or, are you kidding me? There might be times, fellas, I don't know if it's as easy for a man to fake. I think you're going to tell me if it is. But, you know, and I know there is a whole cauldron of people saying, what are you talking about? People aren't supposed to be doing this stuff. I get you. And I acknowledge that you're right. Under a certain set of circumstances, people might not be engaged in intercourse. But the reality is people are. And so what I'm asking is for you to drop in the comments, have you ever faked it? And does that serve you and your relationship well? Because really, I think it means that you're just being present for an act, a transaction, and not really being a part of an engagement, a part of a connection, right? Though you're connecting. DJ Envy said in one interview, his idea was that sex was this. And so he kept doing that because what it had informed him about sex was pornography, which I will say a lot of young Black men, especially Black men, but probably of other races, are informed. Their sexuality is informed by what they see, not only in movies, right, but what they see in pornographic material, right? And so DJ Envy says that's what, you know, that's where he got his idea of what sex was supposed to be about. And so that's what he did. And for 10 years, his wife faked it. And I kind of wanted to bring that in any area of your life where you are in a relationship, friendship, marriage, sexship, situationship, or as one preacher would say, situationship. If you are faking the moves, if you're faking the moans, if you're faking to get through the transaction, at some point you should be asking yourself, am I serving me well and thus the relationship well if what I am giving to it or allowing to get from it is inauthentic, right? I thought that was such an important clip, and I had a lot of conversation subsequent to it. And thank those of you who regularly have conversation with me in the inbox, via inbox, after and before shows. You help to inform us, to keep us honest and true to the content, and really share with us what you want. So feel free to inbox us at the Love and Stuff community, especially, so that we can share your feedback within the community. And sometimes it helps to inform the content. But really, we want your love to be front and center. And that's where we came up with that brand, because Valentine's is not just a day, it's a lifestyle. And in order for you to not be inauthentic, you have to be authentic. And you have to find out who your authentic self is and bring it front and center. Now, you're right if you're thinking, but that's going to make me vulnerable to risk. Someone might hurt me. Someone might betray me. Someone might be inauthentic and deceive me. What you can do is learn to recognize what is authentic and inauthentic, because perception is projection. You will know when someone else is being inauthentic because you recognize inauthenticity when you have been inauthentic, right? And so you begin to see in other people what is present in you. Your perception is projection, and you can recognize and feel authenticity, especially when you are being it. And so our love is front and center is a whole brand, part of our identity about being open to reconciliation in relationships, being open to understanding people come with baggage. They come with a set of experiences and beliefs and sometimes traumas that are different than yours, and being open to helping people walk through that and navigate it, so long as it doesn't invade your healthy self set boundaries, right? Being open, wearing your love front and center so that people see that you're receptive to bringing in different types of people to love, different people in your family who you might not believe how they live or believe in how they live or believe in what they practice, but you're open to loving them where and how they are. Being open, your love being front and center. That's where the whole brand idea came from. And we wanted to make sure that we continue to espouse that straight from the Love and Stuff community, because you said, hey, there have been times I've faked relationships. I faked that I was all in. I faked the sex that was in the relationship. And again, we know there are Christians who don't believe that folks should be having sex. I understand that. I'm with you 1,000% that it is designed by God to be inside of the covenant for his purposes and his will. But the reality is that people practice sex outside of that. And if you are, it shouldn't be something that you fake. If you're in a relationship, any relationship, you shouldn't fake to reciprocate so that you can get something back from someone. You shouldn't fake it. It should not serve you well to do for someone so that they will do for you. And so we wanted to highlight that because we heard a lot of comments and feedback back from that specific show. And so thank you so much. Your feedback makes the difference in a lot of the materials that we share. Right before we get that last segment in, I want to bring to you a couple of our important vendors and sponsors, some of them who are crushing the game, and we appreciate their support, and we want you to support them. First, with Detroit Couture, just a little small clip from them. June Rochelle Eaton brings you fashions, fashion forward ideas, and great looks for your life, and if you're getting married, for your wedding. June tells us a little bit about Detroit Couture.
Hi, my name is June Rochelle, and I own Detroit Couture. We are a fashion-forward women's boutique, and we offer friendly sizes from small all the way up to 3X women's sizes, very generously fit, very great quality. I actually have on one of our pieces today. It's called the Cuffed Up. It's in gray, burgundy, and black, and olive. And it actually has a lot of stretch and give. So listen, in this time, we try to make sure that, first of all, it's quality and customer service that we offer our clients. And I'm so glad to have this opportunity to share with you. So go and visit us at DetroitCouture.com.
Welcome to Powerful Money Tools, LLC. At Powerful Money Tools, we are here to prepare for your future. We want to talk about financial freedom. Financial freedom is budgeting, credit building, and also financial education. So once again, welcome to Powerful Money Tools, LLC. We can't wait to help you in your
Marcus, I want to congratulate you on Love and Stuff. I really want you to know that staying grateful and understanding the power of what it is to be operating out of a space of abundance and gratitude is the most important part of every journey of every day. So Marcus, June, congratulations on this book. It's on Amazon now. That makes me so proud of you and your family and me and my family, and every single person around us gets it. So good on you for bringing it into the hands and the laps and the Kindles of all the people. Okay, so we're going to check it out. Can't wait to learn more.
And I'm so thankful for June Rochelle Eaton from Detroit Coutures, Christina Smith, the money coach, Christina from Powerful Tools, Money Tools LLC, who's helped tons of people in our community already. And of course, MJ from Shires of Sunset on the gratefulness journey every day. What are you doing in the next 30 days to transform your life? All great partners of ours, and we're so grateful. And I wanted to just share with you from the inside of Love and Stuff, the self-care ebook is still available. It's a 12-month guide of tips and special tools to help you live your best life through self-care. We believe that self-care is your love and your gratefulness speaking to your worthiness. Everybody in your life is worthy of care, right? Just in this Christmas time, I'm sure that you purchased gifts for other people, took good care of them. You probably cook great meals and do great things for those around you. How about yourself? What is your love and gratefulness saying to your worthiness that you are worth the same care? This self-care journey will help change your view on your self-care from sleeping right eating right, exercise, setting healthy boundaries, to gratefulness and mindfulness. There's something in every month, a focus that can help you improve your self-care. It's available by scanning that right there, the QR code, or clicking on it, and you will be taken to purchase. It's $9.99, available for you right now. In our last segment, I am always thankful for the people that I meet during the journey of Love and Stuff community. And there are many others that I've met this year and in the years past. And I can never forget Dario Walker, a gentleman who lost both of his children tragically and started a movement in their name. I want to share with you a clip from him. Are you loving the people that are in your circle? Are you holding them tight while you can? Life is teaching us that moments in time are fleeting, and we should be about the love of those that are in our lives and those that are connected to us. We all could stand to love our family and friends more and better. And so I hope that with sharing some of Dario's story, continuing to share it, that it will be of great benefit to you. I want to share with you a little bit of that story from Dario as we look back from this year, just a few of the moments, and we'll continue as we go into the new year to look at some of the moments that have touched us, and we hope that have touched you in the Love and Stuff community. Beautiful. I think all children are beautiful, but both of your children beautiful. You get these two beautiful children, and I showed pictures earlier. Can you tell us what was going on in this picture? I'm going to pull up this picture.
We were out in the backyard. I think it may have been Thanksgiving 1 year. We were just out in the backyard having a good time. Mm-hmm. And somehow that picture happened. I'm not really sure how, but it did.
Okay. And then tell us about this picture.
Well, we took the kids out for a boat ride. It was like their first time being on a boat, and it was very exciting for them. And we were just having a good day. My daughter Michaela loved the water. She loved being in the water. DJ not so much. He was a little bit afraid of the water. But yeah, it was just us hanging out.
Yeah. And how old were they when they were taken from us?
Michaela was 3.5. She would have been 4 and 2 months, and DJ was 2.5. Mm-hmm. And he would have been 3 and 4 months.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about each one of them, their personalities.
Michaela was very outgoing. She was like the leader. She kind of led her brother around. She was a very smart little girl. She was a great inspiration for me. My son DJ, he was a little bit on the shyer side, a lot of bit on the shyer side. Mm-hmm. But kind of near the end, he was really starting to come out of his shell. Mm-hmm. I think what kind of this challenge derived from is one of the things that started to help DJ come out of his shell. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's so important that I still do it, and I continue to do it. But yeah, he was just kind of coming out of his shell, and he was kind of becoming a funny guy, kind of had a funny personality, and yeah, he was just starting to kind of come into his own little personality, I guess, if you will.
Yeah. And if you can share with the viewers that are not familiar with the story, what happened?
Well, back in 2018, there was a custody battle between Michaela and DJ and I's mom, and the result of it was she took their lives. And then she ended up taking her own life, and that's kind of the gist of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so you received a call, I guess, from the authorities notifying you of that. Is that correct?
Yeah. I got a phone call, and they actually didn't want to tell me what happened. They just wanted to talk to me. They wanted to find a place that they could meet me. They didn't want to tell me over the phone. And, we met, and they told me what happened. And, from then it was just kind of a roller coaster at that point. So.
Yeah. I appreciate you recounting this. I'm sure you probably have recounted it to so many people, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I did ask you just before I moved on, how are you doing now? I guess how are you now? It's been a little bit of time, but how are you now?
I'm a lot better than when I was going through it. There's still memories and still challenges and stuff like that. I think one of the things that I kind of aspired to do to honor them was to just be a better version of myself. And, I kind of strive to do that for them because I believe that, that's what they deserve. But, just like anything, life has its challenges and ups and downs and, obstacles that we have to figure out along the way. So.
And certainly these are the kind of challenges that I think just knock you off your feet kind of challenges. And
for a long time, sure.
One of the reasons why I'm glad this time came around where you could come back, May being Mental Health Awareness Month, that there are people that are grappling to be able to recover from whatever their experience. What would you say to those people, having walked the journey that you had to walk?
Well, I think, and there's a lot of things that you could say to a person based upon, where they are in their journey. Because, there's different places in the journey, and I guess it would be a little bit different depending on where you are. But I guess a big overall message would be that thoughts are things. And the things that you focus on, where you focus your thoughts, are very important. It's easy to kind of stay in a dark place by focusing on all of the negative sides of things, but you have to find a way to find more positive thoughts or more positive ways to look at things. For me, it was I began to look for ways to honor Michaela and DJ. And this was one of the ways that, I found to honor them. One of my friends suggested that I have a challenge. After it happened, I was in a dark place, and, I had a lot of support and stuff like that. And, one of my friends, Brandy, she suggested that I start a social media challenge. A social media challenge, what is that? And that was kind of where the whole thing birthed. And she said, why don't you start a social media challenge based off the videos that you did with the kids? And, it was her idea, and it kind of birthed from there. But I began to focus on ways that I could honor them. And when I started to focus on ways that I could honor them, it kind of led me to other more positive things. And even though that negative was still there, you got to try to focus as much as you can on not the negative, on the positive or neutral, or you just gotta kind of try to shift your thoughts. And it's hard, and in many cases it seems like it's impossible, but you just gotta continue to work on it. It's like a job. Every day, just depending on what type of challenge you've gone through, it can be a very hard thing to do, and you just got to work at it all the time. And that's with anything in life.
Yeah.
So,
You talked about videos that you have done with them. Tell us a little bit about the affirmations that you used to do with Michaela and DJ.
Well, I had the kids recite positive affirmations, and I would have my daughter say something. For example, like I am smart, I am beautiful, I can do anything I set my mind to do, I am a champion. DJ, I would have him say something, very similar to that. And what I believe it does is it starts to build like a confidence within them, a self-awareness within them, something that kind of roots and kind of grows over time. The value that it will have in a person. I think it's just real big on building self-awareness and creating a positive self-image for yourself, which really allows you to get through a lot of challenges and obstacles in life. So
yeah, and those affirmations help. You said DJ was starting to come out of his shell. Do you think those affirmations may have contributed?
I really do. I believe that wholeheartedly. He was. I mean, he just started to have, I guess, show a little more of extroverted personality. He was kind of an introvert. He was still an introvert, but it just kind of made him brought him out of his shell, and it seemed like he had more confidence, and it really seemed like it made a difference. And I know it's something that makes a difference, not in just children, but all people.
Yeah. And so for you, what are the affirmations that you say? Have they changed since this has happened? What are the affirmations that you say?
Well, I have a list of affirmations that I say. Some are personal, and I have affirmations that I say for the social media challenge. And I think one of the ones that I said recently is, I am focused, I am driven, and I'm working to become a better version of myself. And that is something that I work on, and something that's important to me. So that's an affirmation that I've been saying for the challenge. And then I have other personal affirmations that I say to myself as well.
And I won't ask you to divulge those. I'll just ask this. You have personal affirmations. Are they for a certain area of your life? Are they for future casting, for things that you want? You say
all of the above.
Okay.
Could be for things that I want to be better at, things that I want to overcome, goals that I want to accomplish. So yeah, I would, all of the above, I would say.
Okay. And what would you say to someone who is new on this journey? Because I hope that many will join me and others in this challenge, but maybe they've never said any kind of affirmation before.
It's the important part of it is positive self-talk and telling yourself positive things about yourself. Because that's how we build self-esteem. So you want to tell yourself positive things about yourself, and you can take a few angles. It can be something that you're not good at, that you want to become better at, and maybe you want to have the accountability to help you become better at it, or you want to just make yourself aware of it. So you're kind of putting it into your psyche, so you eventually start like moving towards it and working to become better of it, and or just saying something positive about yourself, because it's so important.
I agree wholeheartedly. I think because of the way, and of course there are social anthropologists and psychologists, theories all about it, but we learn that esteem oftentimes by what others tell us about ourselves. We make the norm when the norm should be what you're just saying, that we should be convincing ourselves, building up our self-confidence. But oftentimes we define ourselves as people of color, as wherever we are along the spectrum, as how we fit into the larger scheme. And so I say to people, because it's kind of almost deprogramming, right? Or reprogramming to say, I'm not going to spend my investment in what you think about me. I'm going to spend my investment in what I think about me and work on improving what I think about me, improving how I feel about me, which is different. Most people look for people to tell them that they're beautiful or smart or kind, whatever it is, instead of saying that to themselves.
And the problem with that, is if, somebody doesn't say that, then you don't believe that you have value, or you may not believe that you're enough, or you're less than what you really are. Everybody likes to have some sort of validation from other people, and they hear things from other people. It's, we're all human. There's not a person alive that doesn't like that and appreciate that, but it's okay to want it, but it's maybe not okay to need it. We all want it, but when it becomes a need, then it really can become a problem in our lives. Self-awareness is really important, and a positive self-image is really important. It's about the experience of one's own personality or individuality, and that's important, because that's how you kind of build in you the tools to overcome things. And we all have those things within ourselves. We're all enough. That was my affirmation for today. I am enough. Because a lot of times we don't feel like we're enough. But sometimes I don't feel like I'm enough. So I thought that was an important thing for me to affirm today in the challenge, that I am enough.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant. I really think it is important, because if you don't affirm it, like you just said, it really won't be affirmed.
Yeah.
Not appropriately if you don't affirm it for yourself. I think it's what I call the art of self-coaching. It really is. You have to be a coach for yourself, and you have to be able to push yourself toward what you want to see and be. And so I'm wondering, is that what you had to do for yourself getting through this? Or were you, did this time push you to do that for yourself?
That was one of the many things that I had to do for myself, and practice it and work it. Yeah, absolutely. It was a very, very important piece of it. And really the dark days, when I was really in a dark place after what happened with Michaela and DJ, I mean, positive affirmations, I found myself saying positive affirmations just like the kids did. And that's one of the things that I needed to do to help me be lifted from depression and thoughts of suicide and all types of negative things that I was going through. It's so, one of the things that I say in one of my speeches is that the kids kind of became the teacher, and I became the student, and I kind of started to do what they did, and that's what kind of helped me to really get through some really dark times. There were other things too, but that was a really big piece of it.
What are some of the other things, if you can share with us?
Well, I mean, there were a ton of things, like meditation, listening to positive things like motivational videos and or sermons, or anything that would kind of help me get out of a negative place, like exercise. That sends a lot of like positive endorphins through your body. So I mean, it was a lot of things. That's a few of them. There's a lot of things. That say meditation and just really giving yourself some time alone and some time to think and just be by yourself is so important. And it's so hard to spend time with yourself, and most of us are afraid to. But it's a big deal.
And I was amazed when I first talked to you how you did not have formal therapy or counseling. I was amazed. Just because I keep saying this, but I could just only imagine, as much as I love kids and I didn't have your children, everybody's situation is unique. But you mentioned the exercise, you mentioned the reading, listening to sermons, I was just amazed.
Well, and I don't really want people to take that message away from it, because I do believe in therapy and talking to people. It's not something that I'm opposed to. And, I've talked to so many people along the way, and maybe I didn't necessarily have formal therapy, but I would say that I had therapy from a lot of different angles. And the time that, after what happened, I walked away from my career for a couple years, and I was just to myself. And I spent a lot of days, hours and hours every day, just reading, writing. That was a form of therapy. That was definitely a form of therapy. And I talked to a lot of people. And I did a lot of stuff in my journey. So I do believe in talking to people. I do believe in therapy. It's not something that I don't believe in. It's important. And I believe that we all have the tools within us to really overcome any obstacle that we can go through, but sometimes we don't know how to access those tools. And especially in moments like that, it's very important to talk to somebody, or to have wise counsel that can kind of lead us into a better place.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I was just amazed, but you're right. You had many different therapists and different modalities and forms, but you certainly seem to have come forward quite a bit. And have you returned to the workforce?
I did. Well, and when I left, I kind of started my own business. I started to do a lot of different things that are still kind of in the baby stage and hasn't really, taken fruit and grown yet. But about a year ago, I did return back to my career. And, being back, I'm just trying to find the balance to work on all the other things that I did when I had a lot more time off. So that's been a little bit challenging for me, finding that balance. So,
are you happy to be back to the workforce?
Yeah, I'm happy. But I'm happy when I'm working on the other things that are important to me. Like, talking to other people and reaching other people, and that's something that's very important to me. So, if I'm not doing those things, then it tends to affect me in a negative way, I guess I would say.
Okay. And before you tell us about the challenge and how we can get involved, I asked you this the last time, whether or not you thought that you would love again and have children again. What are your thoughts to that?
Yeah, possibly. I'm not opposed to that.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to that.
Okay. I was so heartened to have that conversation with Dario this year. And I don't think I can ever forget him or Michaela and DJ, at least their memory as he shared it with us in the Love and Stuff community. They all will have very special places in our heart. The super focus, I think, that we've had during this pandemic on mental health has been a focus that we should have had all along. And I am thankful for the people that I've met along this journey in the Love and Stuff community who, for various reasons, have been drawn to me, or I to them, or to the community through their varying situations and circumstances. And one of many things that I've gained from the interaction with Dario, and I hope that you gained as well, is that you can make the choice to decide to live and do the things that are going to move you forward, including positive affirmations that can, positive self-talk, reading of the scriptures, reading, praying, meditating, getting counseling, listening to other voices that can help lift you out of depression. that can lift you out of your current state. And it doesn't mean that there will not be recessive patterns where you will feel depressed, or you will feel down, that you will feel troubled, that you will feel in struggle, but that you have some choice. You have a say in how you navigate through what you experience in life. And so here is a man whose children were taken away tragically, and their mother. And he made some choices to step away from career and some choices to do other things. But he also made a choice to live, and to live in a way that would bring forward his best self and bring forward honor to their memory. And so I wanted to make sure that as you look to the waning days of this year, the last 3 or 4 days, that you too are reminded that you have a choice, that whatever this year has dealt you, or you've experienced, with whatever you've had to contend with this year, that you still have a choice, that you still have been given the gift of life, whatever station you feel like your life is in, whether it is amazing or you feel like you're very basically making it through the maze, right? You just are going through a daze in the maze and you don't know exactly what to do. Your life space is a gift in this earth school. It's a gift both to you and to others. And you have a choice, my friends, in what you will do with your life. I am continuing on this journey of reflecting over what we've experienced in the Love and Stuff community over the years. I hope you will share with us what you've experienced this year and how we might all use it to reflect upon as we move forward on the horizon on the edge, literally, of a new year. I am thankful for the Love and Stuff community and everybody there to attached. And I'm thankful for you watching this evening. And hopefully, something that we've shared in this content, you will consider as you craft the best life forward for you. There are things that you and I don't have control over, but there are some things that we do. And while we have the presence of mind, the presence of love, and the presence of strength, we should do what we can do to make this world and our world filled with love on a new level. I'm excited for what the future holds for you, for me, for the Love and Stuff community. And I'm hopeful that as you enter into a brand new year, that you will reflect not only upon the things that did not work, but the things that are working and the things that you can scale to make work even better. I'm Marcus Holmes, the love activist. I am advocating for better love for you and me, that we will increase the amount of love in the world, one world at a time, mine and yours, and then the greater world at large, that we will have a vision to up our love game so that we are loving better and being loved better. And it starts with the quintessential love that is God. And he willed us into love, that we would love him with our mind, body, soul, and strength, and our neighbors as ourselves. And the second love is ourself. We must love ourselves and be intentional in the way in which we do that, and do it even better so that we bring forward the best of ourselves with our love front and center, that we can love others, be it your husband, your wife, your boo, your bae, your children, your parents, your siblings, your acquaintances, your coworkers. Once you are on the self-love journey, then you can speak love to others. And if we get about the business of doing that, you and I will have created a better world, one much better than the one that we encountered when we first arrived. I'm Marcus Holmes, Love and Stuff, and I hope that you can join us on this journey of love.